What's cracking, yo? Welcome back to Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today. What up? Back with another video as we are adding to this new playlist that I am enjoying so far. Amazing individual plays. All right, this one was actually submitted to us by none other than Night Owl Hunter 3 Owl, who provided me the link and was like, yo, I hope this link works, but if not, I'd like you to play this. Basically a Larry Legend video where he makes a brilliant jump, catch, turn, and shoot all in one motion, and it's a buzzer beater, buzzer beater. So happy to check it out. I've probably seen it before. I have seen it before. I'm not gonna say I probably. I have seen it before on the Ultimate Larry Bird mixtape when I did that reaction. So I found the footage, parsed it, and gonna take a look at it and evaluate it to the best of my ability. Okay. Let's take a look at it in real time a couple times and then slow it down and see what I could see. And by the way, as you're watching this, if you pick up on any details that could add to the to the play in general, let me know in the comment section. I be missing things sometimes, and you guys point things out to me in the last video I did. It's like, shoot, I didn't see that. Good call. You know what I mean? Check it out. Bomb, catch, all in one motion, bank. See that again. Left-handed too. That's a hell of a pass. Bank. That's tough. I can't say I remember seeing anybody do anything quite like that in my years, but I've watched a lot of basketball. Could be forgetting things, but I can't recall off the top of my head if I see anything quite like this. So first of all, let me first say that I'm so used to Larry Legend being the guy throwing this pass from full court. So apparently Larry's skill set, practicing and playing with this guy for so long, you start picking up on things and start applying it to your own game. I've seen a lot of players do that after exposure, but listen, that's the Larry Bird special right there. That dude got about 1,000 passes like this. But chucks the pass. Now, one thing I was trying to see is if I could see exactly how much time was on the clock from either side of the court, but you can't see it in this video. But knowing Larry, because once he gets the shot up, as you see here, by the time we already see the lights on, right? So the buzzer's gone off at that point. So at what point does it actually go off? How close was Larry to not getting that shot off in time? I don't know. But knowing Larry and what he does, the fact that he did this exactly tells me that by the time he catches that ball, he absolutely had less than 1 second. He knew he had less than 1 second. He knew he was going to have less than 1 second before he even caught the ball, right? Because look, he's already down court quick upon getting a rebound. So he already knew that what the time on the game clock was. And he knew that by the time they were able to launch a pass over to him, that he's going to have to get that joint up quick as possible. And that's why he did the action that he did, which is, notice, as he's catching, gathering right here. He's going to start to gather, plant his feet. Now, he's going to jump off one leg. Now, by the time this damn basketball right there, it's kind of hard to see because it blends in with the crowd and the quality of the video, old school. By the time that ball actually gets in his hand, right about there, it's definitely in his hand, he's already coming up off his tippy toes right now, off his left leg, going into his shooting motion. So he knew he was not going to have enough time to catch, plant, bend your knees, shoot the basketball. That's why he had to do this all-in-one motion, jump, catch, pivot, spin, release at the buzzer. But also, bear in mind that also by doing that, let's just say if you might have had enough time to be able to actually like square up and get your feet set for a good shot at the basket, he got a defender right there. So why would you let your defense set up and the amount of time it's going to take for you to square up, turn around, shoot the ball. But I don't even think that was an option. I'm pretty sure he didn't even have enough time to. That's why he went into this motion right here. Right? But even when by the time he catches the ball off his tippy toes, still spinning, squares up with the basket right here is when he starts his release. Straightforward. Amazing body control for a player that's 6'10", right? And quote unquote unathletic. Amazing body control. That's not easy to do at that height, by the way. This everything that Larry just did. Squares up. His momentum makes him, just twist just a little bit. But he is squared, baby. That looks like the Jumpman signal. Almost like the Jumpman symbol. Look at that. Look at that form. That is a beauty. Guide hand, straight, release hand. Just how Larry likes it. And also, he lands on his right leg. That's the other thing. That's the crazy part. He jumps off his left leg and doesn't land on both feet at the same time. He lands on his right foot first. Left leg still out. That's crazy. And now the arc on that's difficult. Okay, first of all, he has to control the force at which he's pushing the ball off. It's an unorthodox shot, right? Because like I said, he's not squaring up, gathering, jumping off 2 feet like he would a normal jump shot. He's leaning into it, and the amount of thrust is going to be different than what you would in a set jumper. But he knows what he's doing. He knows how to contort his body and adjust his arc and adjust the push power depending on the scenario. You play basketball, you know what I'm talking about. Or if you don't, you might know what I'm talking about. And there it is. And listen, he had to put just the perfect amount of thrust into that, spin on the ball, and arc trajectory as well for it to be able to bank hitting high off the backboard. It wasn't in the box. Check this out. Oh, wait, baby. Oh, no. Ooh, just above the box. Hit the line. So just a little bit in the box. For some reason, I thought it was high off the box. But either way, everything has to be perfect. Trajectory, push, spin. For that ball to go. It didn't even hit the rim, bro. It didn't even hit the inside front of the rim, then jiggle a little bit and go back in. That thing hit perfectly, just very top of the box and straight down in the net. That is not easy to do. And I can tell you this, buddy. Whoever's watching this, that is no fluke. That is, well, listen, I've seen Larry Bird, and I haven't seen his. For those of you that are older than me and got to watch Larry play live, I know you've seen way more than I did. I'm sure you've seen a lot of stuff similar to this done by Larry Legend. And just in the highlights and some of the footage I've seen in my lifetime, dude hitting crazy shots like this all the time. But I'm pretty sure Larry would have it no other way, as he likes to challenge himself. He likes to nuzlock the game. It's more enjoyable for him. That's extremely hard to do, man. The body control, gather. One more time. It's beautiful. He knows it. I only have one way to do this. Gather, push, keep my form, get the arc, land, right leg, left leg back, extended, hold that pose, Larry. Momentum still making them spin on the landing there. Look at that. But he was squared up when he released that ball for sure. Squared up right there. Right there. Squared up, still twisting, boom. Perfect at the buzzer. I can't tell you how many players I see mismanage the end of the shot clock or the end of the game clock. I just seen it recently. I was watching the game, and I was like, I see how much time is on, and I know he saw how much time is on. I will have to assume so. I mean, you gotta be aware of time and score at all times, and it's like it's 1 second, and the mofo picks up the ball, tries to dribble, bend his legs for a touch. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Brain farting, bro. Brain farting. But this is nothing, Larry, man. Y'all know Larry is always steps ahead. I feel like Larry Bird can see the future sometimes. It's like he already knew all this was going to happen. He already knew. And kudos to the players that go ahead and get that half court heave up at all times. My mindset is I don't give a damn about my percentages, and if a half court heave is going to hurt my 3-point percentage, that doesn't. Why should that matter? Why screw the analytics and what people try to tell you, man? The important thing is winning the basketball game, and if you have even a 0.1% chance to score 3 points on a heave, you should do it because the game might come down to those 3 points. That's how I view half court heaves. But a lot of players nowadays, they won't even throw it up. They'll just dribble it because they don't want to hurt their percentages. The hell with that, man. I get that joint up every single time. But yeah, that was a hell of a pass. Celtics know what they're doing. They used to running stuff like this. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful, Larry Legend. That's beautiful. I can't say I've seen one quite like that. And even in today's game, I can't think of many 6'10" people that could pull this off with good assurance that they're going to make the basket, right? Larry shoots something like this. You're like, all right, it's probably going in. That's Larry Bird. Amazing shooter. Makes and takes highly difficult shots at times, especially when the pressure's on, and Larry's even better at the buzzer. Y'all know that. Maybe Kevin Durant. I mean, he's taller than 6'10", but as great as Kevin Durant is, I don't know if he has this type of body control, man. I just always feel like he might be a little bit too long. I feel like Kevin Durant will break his leg landing on his right leg, jumping off his left leg, landing on his right leg like that. I feel like Kevin Durant's leg is snap in half, especially at his highs, especially at his height. I think Steph Curry could probably do this with assurance and confidence. Maybe Damian Lillard, but I can't think of too many other players. Yeah. That's sweet. That's sweet. That's sweet. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Another little tidbit, small little detail, but when you play basketball, the more elite players, they don't have to get a good look at the basket all the time. But Larry, knowing that he wants to get a good look at that basket, know exactly where his body is, before that ball is even fully secure, it's hard to see, but he's already turning his head to look towards the basket, trusting that he's going to hold on to that ball if he takes his eye off it for just a split second to get a good look at the rim. But before that ball is even secure, he's already turning his head to get a good look at the rim. So I think that's a great decision there by Larry Bird. No question about it. No question about it. Yeah, that's my analysis. That's my critique of this highlight. Night Owl Hunter 3 Owl, I appreciate the submission. This was a good one. Like stuff like this. If you guys got any more play submissions you want me to take a look at, analyze it to the best of my ability, let me know. Doesn't have to be Larry Bird, could be anybody. I love to break this stuff down to the best of my ability. I'm not an expert by any means, but I have fun doing it. If you see any cool details that will help add to this highlight, let me know what you find. Let me know what you see. I would love to hear your analysis as well in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified. And I'll catch you all on the next one. We out, baby.